Thank you, Madam Chair. Ms. Jackson, I'm an attorney, and in the past I've done closings, so I think we know exactly what we're talking about. And even as an attorney, I think it's complicated. Even as an attorney, I think it's too much paperwork. And I do understand the reason why you're trying to do this, but we have to be careful about the solution that we want to use to address the problem. And I always believe that the solution should be better than what it was before. And hearing from my Texas folks, they seem to have big concerns. And I don't know if you've seen, there's a huge amount of questions on this side. I'm talking about this side of the table. The first thing is, I think your own estimates say that the cost to the real estate industry will be $570 million up front, and then about $1.2 billion annually. Is that correct? Is that what your estimates are?
Our estimates would be that it would be about that amount up front, the 590 million, and we believe that works out to about $5,000 to $6,000 per small business.
Okay. Who do you think the small business is going to transfer that cost to?
To the consumer.
Okay.
However, we believe that there are substantial consumer savings that even if you pass all the cost on to the consumer, that our estimate is the consumer would still be saving around an average of $600 per loan transaction.
So you transfer $5,000 and take another savings, you'll say at the end it'll save the consumer money?
Yes, we believe that in the end it would save the consumer money. Okay.
And you do know that there's some folks that disagree with your opinion on this?
Yes.
Okay. Second of all, paperwork. Some attorneys charge by page. No, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of paperwork. And I'm a big believer. In Texas, I had legislation to reduce paperwork for all the agencies. And one is, if you can put it in one page instead of 10 pages, let's try to reduce it. Nothing against attorneys. I'm also an attorney. But if you can put it in plain English, put it in plain English. Does this reduce paperwork? Or does this add paperwork to a process? And I know this process because I've done it in the past. Does this reduce, or does this add to a process that already has a lot of paperwork?
Well, excuse me, it does add more pieces of paper to the process, which does have a lot of paper now. But at the same time, we believe that it is important information to keep borrowers from getting into the mess that they're in now. Mm-hmm. We believe that a lot of borrowers did not understand the loans that they were getting. And so if it takes another sheet of paper or, another line of disclosure, then we believe that that's worth it.
Is it possible to save money and save paperwork? Is it possible to help the consumer by doing it in such a way that you actually save them money and actually reduce the paperwork? Or are you saying the only way we can help consumers is by adding more paperwork and add another $5,000 to the real estate industry that will be passed on to the consumer?
Well, we only control the the good faith estimate and the HUD-1 and a couple of other disclosures in the process. So we don't, HUD doesn't necessarily have the control to reduce other paperwork that may be required by the state, or oftentimes borrowers are asked to re-sign.
So I'm sorry, Ms. Jackson, you're saying that you have the power to increase paperwork but not reduce paperwork?
We have the power to control what is on the GFE and the HUD-1 and a few other disclosures, but anything else would be outside of our jurisdiction.
Okay, I know my time is almost up. Let me just ask my last question. And I can understand the intent. I don't have a problem with that. I want to protect the folks that you mentioned, the Hispanics, the blacks, anybody that might be taken advantage of, okay? But I just want to see a solution that will make it easier and simpler for the folks that we're trying to protect and don't make it expensive. Last question that I want to ask is, did y'all do a cost-benefit analysis to this? In other words, are we doing, in order to help somebody, is it going to cost more to help that person? Is the cost more than the benefit that we're trying to provide?
We don't believe so. We believe that it will add additional approximately $98 per loan closing, but we believe that consumers will still reap substantial benefits in the hundreds of dollars more.
So we're adding to the cost to help the benefit to the consumer?
Well, we're adding to the, perhaps it will be more costly to explain a little more to the consumer what they're actually getting.
Okay, Madam
But
Chair,
at the end of the day, then, maybe they wouldn't get a loan with a prepayment penalty that they can't get out of that.
And I'm with you on that. But my question, if you can just answer this, in terms of paperwork and cost to the consumer, is the cost-benefit analysis means we're adding more to the cost to benefit the consumer? Just a yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.